Happy Monday. Welcome to this week's Weekly Wisdom. This week we are tying up our final series on the Great Resignation. And this week is all about how do you hire during the Great Resignation. The past couple of weeks, I think 4 weeks, we've talked about how important it is to make sure that you're keeping your current employees. But now let's talk about how do you get new employees. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do when we're hiring during the Great Resignation is we need to make the hiring process shorter. The old hiring process where you have 8 interviews over 4 weeks and then maybe they're going to hear back in another month, that's not the way that we need to roll it anymore. It needs to be quick. If you have to have multiple interviews because you need to stay true to your culture, you need to stay true to your company. So if you have to have multiple interviews, schedule them all for one day. Not clients. Potential employees are much more likely to be willing to do multiple interviews if it's only going to take one day out of their time. Because remember, if they still have a job, which chances are they do, then they're having to take off every day that you want them to do these interviews. Make it convenient. And then another piece to it, make sure that you're following up. You don't just want to talk to them whenever you're either giving them good news, giving them bad news, or scheduling for the next round. Follow up, have conversations. Build in like an email chain to where you say hi, thank them so much for their interview, can't wait to see them back again, they'd make a great fit. And then somebody who they were introduced to either during the interview process or the touring process emails them a couple of days later and says, we're really excited about you being here today. I enjoyed the fact that you shared X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you a little bit more about the company. Would love to take you out to lunch when you get here. Give it that personal touch. That is going to be a huge differentiator between companies that are treating their candidates, that was the word I was looking for, that are treating their candidates like individuals and like they value, versus companies that are just doing the good old-fashioned churn and burn. And then the final piece to hiring during the pandemic is look at what you currently have to offer. Look at your job descriptions, look at your policies, look at your benefits, and see if they make sense. Because job descriptions that were somewhat kind of cloudy 2 years ago weren't that big of a deal. Job descriptions that are really cloudy right now or pack no oomph or pizzazz, you're going to get passed over. Remember, it is currently the employee's market. It is no longer the employer's market. Start acting like it. Thank you for joining me for this week's Weekly Wisdom and through the past, now it will be 5 weeks, I believe, talking all about the Great Resignation. I hope you have an amazing week. And don't forget, you got this.